They're my targets now. These are. I want to get my rematch and put the wrong right.
And he really is. And Daniel Dubois trying to force it back on the
I believe it's going to be totally different. If the people thinking that's going to be the same thing, then they're in for a shock, a surprise, even their team. So,
You won't believe what Daniel Dubois just said again. He's shouting for another fight with Oleksandr Usyk. He wants one more chance to fix what went wrong. He looks really mad and full of energy, like he can't stop thinking about those losses. But here's the hard truth. Usyk didn't win by luck. He beat Dubois fair and square 2 times. Now when Dubois talks about getting payback, it doesn't sound smart, it just sounds angry. Being upset won't help him fight better. It won't help him think faster or move smarter. Usyk already showed he's stronger in the ring and in the mind. Still, Dubois isn't giving up. And what he said next made things even hotter.
Get to him again, and what would you do differently next time?
Yeah, I wouldn't let him off the hook next time. He got away lucky last.
Daniel Dubois is full of fire and really wants that third fight, but being mad won't fix what went wrong before. He sounds like someone looking for peace, not a real win. Usyk already beat him badly 2 times. And now when Dubois says he'll knock Usyk out, it feels more like he's upset than truly ready.
Yeah, but it's in the past now. It's happened, I get a chance to put that wrong right and clear up the controversy, There's a lot of shit being talked about right now, but I can't wait to put...
Usyk isn't just ignoring Dubois. He's making fun of him now. This isn't just a fight anymore. It's complete control. Usyk joking about a street fight shows he's not scared at all, while Dubois is still trying to prove something. Usyk stays calm, cool, and doesn't care about the noise. And to make it worse, a former world champ just called out Dubois for having the wrong mindset completely.
I'm ready one fight and tomorrow. And rematch. And
Tony Bellew doesn't hold back. He breaks down Dubois completely, just one punch, then silence. No fight left, no heart, just a quick collapse. His words hurt because they're honest. When things get tough, Dubois crumbles. And now he's asking for a trilogy. That's not confidence, that's denial. Usyk didn't just beat him, he showed the whole world, even the experts, that Dubois isn't in the same league.
One decent body shot the whole fight to which Usyk tapped his belly and just said, "What was that?" And then there was zero else coming back. And that's, in my opinion, that's the attitude and that's the mentality of a guy that when the going gets tough, he doesn't want to fight. And you can never change that.
Bellew gets it exactly right. Usyk's mastery is way beyond just skill. He changed everything, even slowed himself down, just to break Dubois piece by piece. That's not luck, that's pure boxing genius. While Dubois kept making excuses, Usyk stayed sharp, adjusted, and took full control. This wasn't chance, it was planned domination, and that's why no one can touch him at the top.
I just think technically, physically now, he's at the weight and he's adapted and he's adjusted. I mean, he's even adjusted and adapted his weight for this fight individually. I mean, he put on how much weight and slowed his actual feet down because Daniel Dubois' feet was...
This is the moment where everything finally hits Daniel Dubois. After all the loud talk, the rematch demands, and the blame games, he quietly admits it. Usyk was simply better. No pressure, no script, just truth. Dubois gave it his all, and it still wasn't enough. That's the brutal line between trying hard and truly elite. And now, his own words undercut everything he screamed before. One moment he wants revenge, the next he's giving respect. It feels more like confusion than confidence. Deep down, does Dubois still believe he can win, or is he just trying to save face? Usyk didn't just outbox him, he took a piece of Dubois' belief with him. And while Dubois stands lost between pride and reality, Usyk, drained but untouched, walks away as the man still miles ahead.
I have to commend him on the performance. I gave everything I had. It just wasn't, probably a few things I could have sharpened up on, but I'm taking no credit away from the man.
Here's the side of Oleksandr Usyk that most people miss. The sacrifice, the silence, the suffering that shapes a champion. For nearly 4 months, he shut out the world, left his family behind, and trained like a soldier in isolation. No distractions, just discipline. And the result? A performance so complete, it didn't just beat Dubois, it erased him. That's why all this talk of a trilogy feels almost foolish. Usyk isn't just ahead in skill, he's miles beyond in focus, mindset, and spirit. While Dubois vents on camera like a man unraveling, Usyk speaks like a warrior home from battle, calm, precise, in full command. And here's the catch, even in his silence, Usyk holds power. The whole division moves at his pace. Dubois can scream all he wants, but Usyk is already operating in a league of his own. And the worst part, the other heavyweights know it too.
Before the fight, even today, that Daniel Dubois never passed 5 rounds if he kept boxing like the same way he boxed last time he fought Usyk. But he did the same. There was no jab, nothing changed. He deserved the knockout because he never changed something.
Joseph Parker didn't hold back because he didn't have to. He saw the collapse coming from the opening bell. This wasn't a sudden knockout or a lucky shot. It was a slow, precise dismantling. Usyk broke Dubois down step by step, using rhythm, timing, footwork, and pure boxing IQ. Nothing flashy, just perfect fundamentals. That's what real fighters noticed. Parker spoke with calm certainty, because to those who understand the game, this wasn't a surprise. Dubois came in swinging with power and emotion. Usyk answered with patience and skill. And in the end, it wasn't even close. Parker's breakdown strips away all excuses. This was surgical. Dubois wasn't just beaten, he was exposed. And before the echoes of that truth could fade, another heavyweight stepped in and completely shut down Dubois's comeback dreams.
Stunned, I know that he broke him down, right? He broke him down, he was patient. Then Dubois did, for me, look better. Like landed some good shots in the beginning, it was going back and forth. Then he got Usyk's attention, but he was patient. Feints, movement, footwork.
Martin Bakole lays it out with no filter. Dubois didn't just lose, he failed to grow. From the first bell, it was the same predictable pattern, no jab, no change, no learning. Bakole doesn't sugarcoat it. He says Dubois deserved that knockout, and he's not wrong. You can't keep using the same broken game plan and expect a different result. While Dubois keeps shouting about revenge, nothing about his approach says he's ready for it. Meanwhile, Usyk keeps rising, undisputed at cruiserweight, dominant at heavyweight, and untouched by every so-called threat. The problem isn't just Dubois losing, it's him demanding elite respect without doing elite work. Bakole isn't hating, he's stating facts, evolve or get erased. And right now, Dubois isn't evolving, he's repeating. That's why talk of a trilogy doesn't just feel desperate, it feels like fantasy.
If I even today, before today, that Daniel Dubois never passed 5 rounds if he kept boxing like the same way he boxed last time he fought Usyk. But he did the same. There was no jab, nothing changed. He deserved the knockout because he never changed something like supposed.
Martin Bakole doesn't hold back. And why should he? What Usyk did to Daniel Dubois wasn't just a fight. It was domination. Calling him a machine isn't hype, it's fact. This man carved through cruiserweights, stepped into the land of giants, and still stands undefeated. While Dubois cries foul, Bakole gives credit where it's due. Usyk is levels above, mentally, physically, spiritually. And here's the brutal truth. When fellow heavyweights are praising Usyk instead of backing Dubois, it's a signal. Dubois no longer strikes fear. The respect he once had, gone. He can shout trilogy all day, but nobody's listening. Meanwhile, Usyk keeps stacking names, turning contenders into footnotes. Bakole doesn't even mention Dubois in the same breath. And that silence, louder than any insult. Dubois wants to rewrite history, but reality is rewriting him as a man slowly fading from the top. And just when it couldn't get worse, even his own corner starts to speak the truth.
He's the best for right now. For our this moment now, is the best. Retire or keep fighting. He done amazing. This guy is a machine. So he's the best right now, to be honest. So he's still undefeated.
Hearing criticism from boxing experts, you're hearing it from your own dad. That hits harder than any punch. Stan Dubois, Daniel's father, isn't trying to cover anything up. He's not making excuses or blaming anything. He's being honest. He says the truth that many people around Daniel still don't want to say. Usyk is just better, much better. And that's tough to hear when it's coming from someone who's always been in your corner. But it means something. Stan watched Daniel's journey from the start, and even he admits it wasn't enough. Usyk didn't just win the fight, he found every weak spot and took it apart. He didn't beat Daniel by luck. He broke him down with skill and focus. And while Daniel still talks about a third fight, his dad's words feel like a locked door to that idea. The way Usyk moves, thinks, and fights is far ahead of where Dubois is right now. Stan sees it clearly and gives Usyk full respect. And deep down, this shows something even bigger. Maybe even Daniel's own team doesn't believe a trilogy would go any different. He wasn't cheated. He was outclassed. And the truth, that gap isn't closing anytime soon. And just when you think it can't get more real, Dave Allen steps up and finishes the conversation without even stepping in the ring.
I believe it is necessary now for him to come back and, can be a two-time champion.
Well, that's up to him. We'll have a chat and see what he wants to do.
Do you know yet what you'd like him to do?
Dave Allen doesn't try to be nice about it. He just says it straight. He says what a lot of people were already thinking, but didn't want to say out loud. Dubois quit. The body shot landed, sure, but that's not what ended it. The real moment came after. Dubois stood up. He looked okay. He walked to his corner without limping, without falling, without showing pain, and that's what made Allen speak up. It wasn't his body that gave up. It was his mind, and in boxing, that matters more than people think. That's why Allen didn't hesitate. He even joked about being the chairman of the quit committee, and honestly that joke stings more than a punch. It's not just teasing, it's public embarrassment. On the other side, Usyk didn't brag. He didn't scream or show off. He did what real champions do. He fought smart, stayed calm, and left no doubt. Now Dubois keeps asking for a trilogy, but it doesn't feel serious anymore. This isn't about luck or bad judging, it's about heart. When things got tough, Usyk kept going. Dubois didn't, and that's the part that no one's forgetting, no matter how loud he shouts.
Out of 10, and he walked straight past Usyk, straight to the corner, it was completely fine. I think, and you know what, it's horrific to say I've quit. It's not horrific to say I'm quit. I'm chairman of the quit committee. I'm top quitter, I guess. Anyway. He quit, yeah.
As talk grows louder about a possible trilogy, one thing feels hard to ignore. Daniel Dubois might be chasing something that's already gone, his credibility. Usyk didn't just beat him once, he did it twice. First with skill, then with complete control of the mind game. This doesn't feel like a true rivalry anymore. It feels like a painful reminder of the gap between someone trying to be great and someone who already is. If they meet again, it's not just about titles, it's about everything. Legacy, pride, and maybe even saving a career. If Usyk wins one more time, it'll seal his place as one of the smartest, most skilled heavyweights of this generation. An unbeaten tactician who exposed Dubois every time. But if Dubois pulls off the impossible, it would go down as one of the biggest comebacks ever, rising from 2 crushing losses to take down a living legend. So the real question is, who wants it more? Dubois is shouting for a shot, but deep inside, he seems broken. Usyk, he's calm, focused, and always 2 steps ahead. Even Dubois' own team doesn't fully believe he can do it. That's what makes this third fight feel more like a rerun than a rivalry. But when that bell rings, all the talking stops. No excuses, no bad judging, just truth. So what do you think? Will Usyk prove he's untouchable again, or does Dubois have one last miracle left? Let us know below. This fight could write the final chapter.